Good evening. I'm Tina Tasaka, and this is the Lotus broadcast powered by Cannabis X America. We are at this event from Green Jester Entertainment and Canna Friends tonight, Sunday night, March 30th.
Yes.
The month is almost gone.
Can't believe it.
And I am here with my friend Tammy from Tom's Palms.
Yes.
And boy, I got to tell you, we see each other a lot.
We do.
You guys are so dedicated to events. You're so dedicated to the advocacy of cannabis and to just the whole Phoenix area, the Arizona area, Tom's Palms. You guys are a 501c.
Yes.
And boy, do you give back. Gosh.
Oh, thank you.
Gosh, you guys give back.
Well, you know, we give back because this community has been so good in giving to us. If they don't give to us, we don't have anything to give back. So it's been an awesome community to step up to the plate and help other people.
So Tammy, we've known each other for a while, but let's, for the viewers that are kind of seeing this for the very first time, let's take them kind of a step back. When did Tom's Palms get formed? And let's kind of do the basics for people seeing the first time, because
Sure.
I know I probably only know the basics of what you do because you do so much. And when I see you, you're kind of like, oh, we did this, we did that, we did this, we did that. So let's talk about when you were formed and then what is the essence of what Tom's Palms does? What is your mission statement?
Right. So our mission statement is we help those living unhoused with clothes and food, and of course, a whole lot more. We started this. My dad, Tom, was a LA County Teamster truck driver who used to see people with signs saying they're hungry, and he used to invite them in to eat with him at a restaurant. And he would pay for their meal and let them eat whatever they wanted. And he'd break out his New Testament out of his back pocket, and he'd witness to them and pray for them and then send them on their way. So this community was so great to me. You know, I've been into cannabis for over 48 years now. I know it's showing my age, but honestly.
Well, no, I wouldn't have gone there. What it's showing is that you've had to fight in this industry, and you were in it when it was highly illegal.
Yes,
and so I can imagine you've got some stories. Okay, so keep going.
Anyways, so this community, when I moved here in like 2012, 2013, it became legal in like 2016, 2017, and I found the Earl Cup. They have a Devil's Lettuce Lounge, I used to call it, the DLL. So I hung out there for a while, and I was in a wheelchair at that time. So they taught me about CBD. I'd never heard of it before. So they taught me how to dab CBD. I dabbed isolate the first time, and I was like, whoa, it's like a breath of fresh air. I'd never dabbed before ever in my life, and that was 8 years ago. So when I learned about using CBD and used it really well, I use it daily now, and learned so much more on all the others, that I've been out of a wheelchair now for 7 years due to adding CBD to my life and learning how to use it properly. So it's been a pretty amazing trip. I've been off like all my meds. It's like really awesome. I live with the world's most painful disease called chronic regional pain syndrome, or reflex sympathetic dystrophy syndrome. So I've been through the gamut, but Tom's Palms has been the highlight of it all, to bring back my dad's name, what he did, and this community helping me out of a wheelchair and then helping me get this going. It's like donations is all we asked for in the beginning, was clothes and shoes, and people brought them. We didn't know at the time, but we did make homemade meals at that time, and we all served up a bunch of spaghetti. A bunch of us, sorry, I know my board hates me saying this, but a bunch of us stoners got together and made a bunch of spaghetti. We had different plates, things of it that each person made, and we served it up. And I learned then that it's illegal to set up in a park unless you have a permit.
Oh, gosh.
So a police officer came by. Thank God we were cleaning up. And he said, do you know I can ticket you? I said, for feeding people? I'm at a park, like we sit here and feed our families.
Right.
Come on. He goes, yep, I can not only ticket you, I can arrest you. And I went,
it's the serving of the food.
Me?
You have to have a food permit, a food license,
everything,
a food handler's license.
Right.
Yes.
So we were not a nonprofit. We were just people out there to feed people at that time, or to give people some clothes and things. Well, don't tell me that I can't do something. I'm going to find out how I can and how to do it legally. And I did. So now we set up at a legal spot. Six Genetics has been gracious with his family as Gary's Enterprises lets us set up in their driveway. And we get all these things together. We bag it all up. We plate up food, legal food, by the way, made by legal chefs and all. And then we take it out to the streets and hand it out. We don't do any setups. So, and that's how we keep it legal.
Oh, I see. That's amazing. Yeah. Oh, wow. That's just amazing.
So in 2021, we had a chance to make it legal. And we've had some cannabis communities step up with some finances. And for a year, we fought really hard from 20 to 21. I fought really hard to try to get it to work with LegalZoom. Sorry to knock them down, but don't use LegalZoom. If you want a 501c3, it's really easy in Arizona to do it yourself. They try to nickel and dime me to death. I got back over $700 from them, and it cost $298 to do it all. So we saved money in the long run. It took a year to figure out the paperwork, but I did it. And now look where we're at 3.5 years later. And oh man, I can't tell you how many bottles of water we've given out, especially cold in the summer.
Well, how many bottles of water would you say that you give out on a daily basis?
Oh, daily? I'm not sure. It depends what we have on hand.
So what would you say then on a monthly basis?
Probably at least a half a pallet a month. Now, during the summer, last summer, we gave out 30,000 bottles of water in the Phoenix and Glendale area, and we gave out about half that out in Tucson.
Okay.
So we have a branch in Tucson now also.
And then do you have the numbers on what you gave out in 2024, for example, the total number of bottles of water you gave out in 2024?
Total, you know what? I don't have that total
not to worry,
number.
Not to worry.
I don't have a total number. I'm sure it's at least double that, I'm sure.
That's amazing. Just amazing work that you're doing.
Thanks.
So when we ran into each other the other night, I think you've got some big things going on in 2025. What's some of the you've got some things going on with the charity. What's kind of on the horizon for Tom's Palms? Is there, one big thing that you can mention that you can, talk to the viewers here?
So Tom was my dad, and I started this because of my dad under his name. So my children have been doing this their whole life also, helping people along the way. So my children and my grandchildren are ready to step up to the plate, and they're going to be running Tom's Palms in 2026. So it's a pretty awesome thing.
And now this all makes sense.
On the board.
Yeah, now this all makes sense. When you said that to me the other night, I wasn't really connecting the dots, but now when you gave that backstory, now this all makes sense that your children are coming into the charity, and they're going to step up and take the reins.
Yes.
Okay. So keep going. Yeah.
So, well, the one thing we do is we ask people to clean out their closets, and that's how we started.
Okay.
So you clean out your closets for us. I got rid of 2 carloads. I have an SUV, 2 carloads of stuff yesterday within 2 hours. 1 hour I was out, went back, got more stuff somebody donated, and it was gone. Like, it goes that fast out there.
It really does. And I got to tell you, my aunt also just did a massive cleaning of closets for Ukraine. And I saw the pictures of what they did for Ukraine, and there were just boxes and boxes and boxes and boxes and boxes. And they did it in Prescott. And then she has, she's been in Arizona all her life, and she's just been doing it for years and years for Ukraine. And my grandmother was from Ukraine. And so I say this because, you've asked for people to clean their closets, and it's just something that's so easy to do. And, I'm just illustrating the point because my aunt just did it as well. And, it is easy to do, especially for us women. I mean, how many black shoes can you have? How many black clothes can you possibly have?
So that's a good point, because one of the things I say is women clean their closets out. We never have enough men's clothes. Men, please clean your closets out. We really could use your items. They go so fast.
Yeah.
I got rid of all the men's stuff this weekend, so we have none left. Not anything left of men's.
Yeah. So that's just a real important reminder that, when you do clean your clothes out, or you're cleaning those clothes, think of Tom's Palms because, you know, they're always at all of these cannabis events. And, you know, most people that are probably going to be viewing these are our cannabis friends.
Yeah.
You know, they've been to these events. They've been to most of the events. You know, they're looking at these videos. They're sharing with their friends. And, you know, just start a stack and, you know, let that stack grow, and maybe it grows for a month or two, and then, oh, Tammy's going to be there tonight, and, you know, and you've got that stack going.
Or
You know?
you can take Tom's challenge. That's our biggest thing we do. And we love for you all to do it. All our volunteers know how to do this. And Tom's challenge is get something from home. It's this time of year. It's getting warmer out. People are needing T-shirts and shorts and tank tops, that kind of thing. Or you want to buy an extra meal or an extra drink or a bottle of water. They're expensive to buy right now, bottles of water. Hand it out your window to somebody you see in need. You see them everywhere. That's Tom's challenge. And just think, if everybody did that, we might not have anybody hungry or in need out there, you know?
I know it.
And we tell them about 211. So this will be my last thing I tell you about. 211 is a huge thing for everybody to know, not just the homeless. 211, anywhere in the United States of America, you can call and input your zip code. You input your zip code and you're going to get a whole list of resources in your area, including how to get help paying your rent. And they pay up your back pay. They also pay a utility one time a year for every citizen. It can happen. So please look up this information so you don't become homeless yourself.
These are some really excellent points, Tammy. These just excellent points. Thanks for bringing those up, especially to our viewers here tonight, for sure. So one last thing before we go, we're going to play a game.
Oh, she wants. She says you're going to make.
We're going to play Tina's Top 10 Trivia. Dun, dun, dun. It's going to be real fun. Okay, here's how we play it. Okay, it's really easy. It's really easy. All right. I'm going to say a word. It's all pertaining to cannabis.
Okay.
I'm going to say one word, and you're going to respond with one word, 1 or 2 words.
Okay.
But you can't say 3 words.
Okay.
It has to be 1 or 2 words. Okay? You ready?
Okay, I'm ready.
Okay. Edibles. Okay. Infusion.
Infused pre-rolls.
Okay. Schedule 1.
Oh. Like I drew a blank on that.
Pass it. Maybe don't pass it.
But I do love it. Schedule 1 is. It's okay.
Okay.
One word.
Canna
Skip.
beverages.
Tea.
Tea.
Weed tea.
All right. Snoop Dogg. Yes! Someone is throwing us pre-rolls!
LA dog.
It's pre-rolls! Hey, okay.
My Cali dog. And speaking of dogs.
Somebody threw us pre-rolls!
Right? They're somewhere.
Simply Twisted!
Yes.
We love
thank you,
Simply Twisted. Pups
We do
and
love-
pre-rolls and pups and pre-rolls.
Love pups and pre-rolls. They help us out also, by the way. They give us doggy food.
We need to have Rachel on.
Yes.
Okay. What did we say about Snoop?
Oh, I said LA dog.
LA. Okay.
I'm from LA.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah.
Okay. Vapes.
Juicy.
Pre-rolls. Simply Twisted.
Lit. Yeah, Simply Twisted. Lit.
Hemp.
Light one up. No.
Hemp.
Oh, love it.
Okay. Consumption lounges.
Yes, more.
Infused pre-rolls.
Make them right.
Love it. Love it. All right, Miss Tammy. Well, definitely we're going to catch up again and we'll see what's on store for Tom's Palms.
All right.
But thank you for jumping on with us. We love it so much. Thank you always for supporting everything that you do.
Thank you.
How can the viewers contact Tom's Palms?
Tom'sPalms.com. Check us out. Instagram, of course, and Facebook.
Tom'sPalms.com. Excellent. Great. Thanks, everybody. And we're going to roll on with the rest of the party tonight. And it's Tina Tasaka, Cannabis X America.